In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can gain so much time outside your 9 to 5 to succeed in your side hustle. You're probably already thinking that this is going to exhaust you, but no, because I've been using these tips and I found that I actually have much more time than I thought, and I can even do a 2 hours meditations after a working day. So by the end of the video, you will already know how to use your time more effectively and how to maximize your results. I will divide this video into 2 parts. The first part is how do you actually gain more time outside your 9 to 5 and where do you find the time. So let's get to it. The first tip is track your time to know exactly how much time do you need for each task. Honestly, this saves so much of my time and I'm gonna reveal how it works. I used to track my time for every task. I've learned these skills from Ali's course, and his purpose is to be aware of how do you spend your focus hours, how do you spend your time. So it should improve your ability to focus during the hours, during the time that you are tracking. However, I found that it's a little bit too much for me because I usually take advantage of the downtime at my work. I use the downtime to do my things, so I can't track all the 15 minutes here and there. Some tasks in my work, it just take me 15 minutes to finish, so I don't think it is very useful for me to track everything that I'm doing. I still track my time, but I found there's another purpose for that. Instead of tracking every time and reflect how my focus hours are doing, I use it as an indicator to schedule my task. If we don't know how much time do we actually need for one task, we may probably just schedule 3 hours for it. In the reality, we actually don't need 3 hours to complete that task, so we will procrastinate throughout the process because we think, yeah, I've got 3 hours, then I still have 2 hours left, so I can do it slowly, I can work not that efficiently. So instead of tracking to see my ability to focus, to be aware of how am I doing during that focus hours, I use it as an indicator to schedule my time. I track for how much time do I need to work on a particular task. For example, when I do the video editing, I divide it into few parts. The first part is cutting out the silence part, the second part is planning the B-roll, and then the third part is downloading the B-roll or thinking about what B-roll I need to film, and then blah blah blah, there's a few more tasks to do. So throughout the tracking time process, I understand that I need around 1 hour to 1.5 hours to cut out the silence part and 30 minutes to plan about the B-roll. And I know my videos are with similar length, so I understand that it just takes a similar amount of time for me to do each of the tasks. After I know that how much time I actually need for each task, I will schedule it accordingly. And because I've been doing video editing for a few weeks, I adjust and twist the amount of time that I allow for myself every single week, so I get more accurate in how much time do I actually need to edit one video. But of course, I will give myself 30 minutes to 1 hour buffer for each task, but it also depends on how difficult of the task, what is the nature of the task. If I have been doing this task for so many times and I exactly know how much time it's gonna take, I won't give myself buffer because I would like to push myself to really complete those tasks within the time frame. Most of the time, we will find that we actually don't need that much time to complete one task, but because we have allowed more time for us to complete it, so we procrastinate throughout the process. After using this method, I think I've saved more than 50% of my time outside my 9 to 5, and I've gained 50% of my time to complete more tasks, to work on more tasks. And the second tip is start your self-development journey right now to upgrade your skills. This can actually help you save tons of time when it comes to your 9 to 5 or even your side hustle. When I first started my self-development journey, I haven't started my YouTube yet, but I've learned so much skills outside my 9 to 5. I've learned so much skills that is not related to my work. I just found that my work performance is so much better. I can complete things more efficiently and effectively, and it takes less time for me to complete one task. I was thinking, why there's such change? Because everything is stay the same at work. I work on the same project, I work in similar tasks. It should be nothing changed. If nothing changed, then nothing changed, right? I feel so much less resistant to working on some annoying tasks, but I don't know why. So one day I was just thinking, and I think that's because I have learned so much skills other than my 9 to 5. I started to read books, watch YouTube, listen to podcasts to learn about productivity, learn about how my brains work, learn about manifestations, time management, how to use my time wisely, all of these things in different aspects. And all of these skills actually helped me so much in my 9 to 5. I learned how to do similar tasks in a batch. I know how to plan before start to work. I know how to plan my day. I know how to work more efficiently and productively. I know how to plan my time. And after I started my YouTube channel, all these skills are transferable. I know how to edit things in batch. I know how to present myself. I learned how to use my downtime to work on YouTube. All of these skills are very, very useful in my 9 to 5 and also outside my 9 to 5. We used to shut down our brain after our 9 to 5 because we are so tired at work, and I understand work can be tiring. But if we think in this way, we just use 1 hour before and after work to learn a skill that will beneficial to your side hustle and also your 9 to 5. And all these skills have a compound effect. It really helps us not only at our workplace but also in our side hustle. Depends on what skills you are learning. Maybe you are learning about relationship, then you can build a better relationship to get you for a promotion, to get a referrals. Maybe you are learning how to use your time more wisely, more effectively, then you will take less time for you to finish a task. You will speed all the things up. Maybe you learn how to find your life purpose, knowing what you want to do, so it takes you less time to try things that are not meant for you. Maybe you start to take care about your mental health. You start on your spiritual journey to make yourself become more calm and not that reactive to things that are outside your control. Make yourself happier. Another thing I also found out that when my skills are upgraded, it takes me less time to learn other skills as well. That's because I have stepped out of my comfort zone. The first step is always hardest in any journey. We just have to take the first step to start learning, and then everything will come easily. You will have more courage to learn more skills. Think about what is your life vision and what skills do you need to reach your life visions, and then schedule 1 hour before or after work to learn that skill for you to reach your life vision. Whether it is by reading, whether it's by watching YouTube, listening to a podcast, or taking online course, all of these are really helpful for you. The second part is, where do you find your time? I hope you can take one step further, not just 1 hour before or after work, but you actually have a lot more time than you thought outside your 9 to 5. Even you don't learn new skills to accelerate things, to speed things up, you will have at least 5 hours before and after work. At the same time, remaining 8 hours of sleep. Just imagine you learn new skills to speed things up and use that 5 hours to work on your side hustle. How many things you can complete in just 1 week? Not to mention, you've actually got. I love working my side hustle during my weekend. I love it. If you know my friends, they will always describe me as disappearing. Yes, the truth is I'm always disappeared because I really love to work on my YouTube channel. I really love to work on my side hustle. I do believe that I have to work a little bit harder right now, then I will gain the reward later. And I also believe that a true friend will not ditch me because I have my dream and I'm working hard towards my dream. It doesn't mean I don't meet my friends. I talk to my friends and I meet them maybe once every 2 weeks. If you think social is very important to you, you can try to lock in yourself for 1 day, either on Saturday or on Sunday. You can still meet your friends in the other day. This is the point that I found out these 2 to 3 months because I've moved to a new apartment. When I was living in my previous apartment, there are a lot of shops downstairs, and sometimes I just want to have a refreshed mind, or I just want to get out of my apartment, get some fresh air, refresh my brain, so I would just do some window shopping. I thought 30 minutes of window shopping is not a lot, but it's actually more than 30 minutes at the end. It takes me 15 minutes to prepare and it takes me 30 minutes to do the window shopping. Not to mention sometimes I think of I need to buy something at the grocery store, then it takes more than 30 minutes. After that, when I come back home, I've got to change my clothes again, so it's actually take me more than 30 minutes. But after I moved to my new apartment, there's nothing around me. I stay home almost every single day, except going to the gym, or except I really need to go to grocery store to get some stuff. Then I found out I actually have much more time than I thought. The time that I've got right now, let me develop another hobby, which is baking. Imagine you gain so much time outside your 9 to 5 during your weekend. You have learned new skills to speed things up, and you have so much energy outside your 9 to 5 to work on your things. These 3 things is the best combination for you to speed up your results. So you can jump to this video where I talk about the tips and tricks on how you can gain more energy outside your 9 to 5 to work on your side hustle. And I will see you in that video. Bye!